Optus Oval. On the bench for Geelong, Brewer, Handley and Hickmott, and for Carlton, it's Lynn, Manton and Rice. The ball up, bit of a crooked one. It favours Barnes, knocks it straight in the path of Craig Bradley. So the opposition got the ball from the hit out. Backhanded by Mansfield, but he doesn't clear the area. There's Greg Williams back in the action. His hand pass intercepted by Graham. Hocking floats one over the top. Trouble for you, but Paul Couch will take. It's coming back. It'll go all the way back to Graham, who'll take the free kick. Graham and Kernahan the match up at one end, and Silvani and Ablett at the other. Here's Brown, kicked by Paul Brown towards centre-half forward. Brown has got underneath the ball and Sexton beat him to it.
So Michael Sexton gives it off to Christo. Oh, you can hear the woof as he brings it down towards centre wing. The ball hits the deck. Kernahan battling hard. He's Mansfield, been in great form. To Pickering. Liam Pickering, former North Melbourne, an ordinary kick to the half-forward line. The hand pass given off by Tudor. Quick little kick, comes back to Hall. This is Derek Hall. Further afield to Scholl. Scholl, a wobbly kick to the half-forward line. This Carlton defence is very, very strong. Silvani leads Ablett to the ball, then loses it in the tackle. Back it comes from Sexton to Silvani. Silvani to centre wing. Bradley, cleverly, round the boundary line. Oh, that would do Maradona proud as he gets it to Pearce. Pearce on the left boot. Down towards half-forward. Great play by Williams. He dives on it. Here's Fraser Brown. The chip passes on. Kernahan marks. Great play by Carlton.
Sensational play. Craig Bradley, as the ball approached the boundary line, many players would have given it up and allowed it to run across the line, but no, Craig Bradley was able to just get the foot there, hook it back into play, and Carlton be able to move the ball so very efficiently in, and Stephen Kernahan with the first shot at goal.
So Kernahan, not an easy shot because fairly acute angle, but only 25 metres out from goal. Vital kick coming up to start the ball rolling for the Blues. Steve Kernahan stabs. Oh, hits the post. It was always swinging left. And, well, actually, in the end, a bad miss.
That was just brilliant play all the way down the ground. The interchanges for the Blues. Manton playing his first game at his new club, along with Rice and Lynn. Kick in, just about to the centre. Barnes takes the mark. How's that? Defence into attack, but a fumble there. Pickering let them in. Williams. Bouncing ball up towards half-forward. Pearce balks the hand pass. In he goes. Barry Mitchell off the left. Kernahan works to the front. The ball gets behind. Brown. But Riccardi back there with him, prepared to concede a point.
That booing is like the old at soccer matches when they pass it back to the goalkeeper. Look at the Geelong bench. You can see Hickmott. And you're also sitting there on the bench is Grant Tanner. You can see now, oh, here comes this, the torpedo punt. We didn't quite get onto it. Ben Graham right down towards Camporelli for Carlton, who traps it. Scott Camporelli went for the daisy cutter, but Hocking was there to chip in. Here's Aaron Lord. Brings it to the half-forward line. He's looking for Brownless. Punched away by Sexton. Here's Lee Tudor. Off the side of the boot towards the centre of the ground. So strong tackle on Rat by Couch. Hand pass comes over the top to McKay, but the umpire said it was a free kick coming back here to Geelong. And it looks like it'll be Couch, so danger here because Ablett loves it when Couch gets it. And where's the lead? It's a chip pass. It's underneath, Ablett underneath it, but waiting over the back is Derek Hall. Good play. Ablett had made the lead, Terry, but it was far too high for him.
And that's the important part about a full forward, is that you keep leading forward. If Gary Ablett had popped a little bit earlier, he may have taken Silvani back into where he may have influenced the flight of the ball. But no, this is Derek Hall now.
So Derek Hall from directly in front, 30 metres out, kicks a goal. Good start to the Cats, good start to Hall, and they lead by 4 points, Geelong.
That is a very good start for Derek Hall. Now, it can be played at half-back more often than not, but has slotted in onto the half-forward flank here on Andy Mackay. And they're not getting in Gary Ablett's way by being in front of the leading full forward, but prepared to slot in from behind. Very good setup and a good start.
Oh, Gary Hocking roves out of the middle, puts it on the left boot, wide for Ablett. Here he is with Silvani. The first one-on-one contest between them. Fumble Silvani. Ablett's got it. Brewer round the boundary line. The ball bounced just inside and will have a boundary throw in. Shane Brewer started on the bench, but got himself on the ground pretty quickly. Boundary throw in just alongside the behind post. And it's Geelong a goal, Carlton 2 behind. Mensch, number 31, with Madden. Oh, it comes to Tudor. The hand pass to Lord, a snap for goal. The man who killed them in the finals last year has missed from close in.
Oh, that's a bad miss, Terry.
It is, and as Drew called him, and he's been a very good find for Geelong. And as we look at some of the key matchups, Liam Pickering has the job with Greg Williams, Couch and Ratton running together, and Simpson and Koutafidis on the wing.
Here's Craig Bradley receiving from Silvani onto the left boot. Brings it to the centre of the ground, punched down by Greg Williams. Good disciplined play. Camporelli is there. Shuffled out by Sexton to Ratton. Ratton's got a loose man in Dean. Here's McKay coming through centre wing. Kicks long. He's looking for Kernahan. Can he get back there? No, he can't. Clears. He said, gee, that carried a fair way, that kick. And cleared Kernahan and Ben Graham's heads. So throw in about 30 metres around from the behind post. 5 points the Cats lead by. Spalding versus McGrath. Spalding would have the height advantage there. Former Melbourne centre-half forward. Hooks it back to McGrath, who's grabbed when he didn't have it. Umpire calling play on. Oh, player staging for good umpiring by Darren Goldsmith. Bit of staging going on, in my opinion, there.
Greg Williams, nice to see him back. Missed 6 games. Chance for the Blues. Knocked up the ground. It comes to Pearce. Snap for goal from 15. Missed it.
Jeez, he's been dangerous, hasn't he? He's been very good over the last couple of weeks. Been joining Carlton mid-season through 1994. He's kicked 9 goals during the last 2 weeks, a 5 and a 4.
Yep, second in their goal kickers with 16 in 10 games for the season, behind Kernahan, who's their leading goal kicker with 28.
So Ben Graham, let's hope he goes for a torpedo punt again. No, he's going to the drop punt. Out towards centre wing, a long kick, Hanna and Couch. Good play by Couch to hold his ground. Camporelli's holding it in, and the umpire will come in and bounce it.
It's good play from Ben Graham. He doesn't have to get thinking that he has to do a big torp every time. A very well-controlled drop punt kick that was.
Well, he kicks the drop punt 60 metres.
Very good.
So a bit of pushing and shoving going on. 2 very talented sides. The ball on centre wing, Madden props. Barnes couldn't get around him. Camporelli crashes his way through, but it's taken away by Lord, a very talented player, Aaron Lord, towards the half-forward line. Dean, taken away by Hocking. Great play, Gary Hocking, on the left boot. A terrific kick. Have a look at that. He's found Growler's pinpoint accuracy.
Exceptional, Gary Hocking. Left foot or right foot, the way he can just step out and be able to bang them in. Billy Brownless and Gary Ablett would not hesitate to lead once that man gets the ball.
So Brown certainly within kicking distance, will kick from 45 metres directly in front. There's the drop punt. It looks pretty good. It's the goal. Good start to the Cats, and Hocking displaying that guts at centre bounces.
He does so very well, Hocking, in that in any contest he's quite prepared to be in. And that step, I mean, that's just fantastic. He drew the ball away from the opposition, had it in close to his chest, then was out with the kick to Brownless, steady, great effort to back up 5 last week for the Allies.
Well, the Blues started well, but Geelong have the first 2 goals of the game on the board. They lead 2-1 to 3 behind. Barnes and Madden about to face each other, who both started their careers at Essendon. Barnes wins, comes down to Couch from the centre circle, out wide to half-forward flank. Bad bounce for Tudor. Koutafidis is there, comes to Tudor. Simpson back to Tudor from 50 metres. Lee Tudor. Brownless is there. Yes! No, he didn't pay the mark. It slipped off his hands and through for a behind.
Probably claiming the second bite was over the line.
We'll have to have a close look at it. There's the 2 grabs.
He didn't hold it anyway. So probably a good result in the end.
2-2 to 3 behind.
Mitchell, he didn't really hold it on the second bite. So Mitchell is chipping it in short. He finds Dean. Peter Dean Plenty of time to bring it out towards the half-forward area. Oh, good mark taken out there by Sexton, backing back into the pack. Kernahan's one out. Williams is on his own in the pocket. Now Kernahan will go back to the square. The Sexton kicks a long ball for a goal. So Michael Sexton doesn't have many shots at goal. And I would say there's a slight breeze going right of screen looking at the flags.
Well, this is an incredible piece of play from Sexton. Brownless at one end nearly takes the mark to be able to have a shot at goal only metres out. Sexton takes the aggressive stance, runs on down the ground, takes a very good mark, and he has certainly made Billy Brownless pay for not being tight enough in the defensive situation.
So the Blues' first goal coming from their centre-half back, Michael Sexton. Madden wins in the middle. It's Geelong 2-2, Carlton 1-3. Here's Sexton who kicked the goal, back on Brownless behind half-back. Sexton takes it right to the line and it's out of bounds inside his defensive 50. What a move forward that was by Michael Sexton. A terrific kick for goal.
It's one of the hallmarks of the Carlton defence, Drew. The players like himself and Peter Dean and Andy Mackay, they're all prepared to run on down the ground.
Madden works in front of Brownless. Hocking under the pack, slides a hand pass to Pickering. Centering kick, Ablett outnumbered. Silvani got a hand to the ball. It's up for grabs here, but the whistle goes and it'll be a ball up right in front of goal, about 20 metres out.
I noticed Sexton had gone back to stand 10 yards in front of, 10 metres in front of Ablett then to go down and lend a hand to Silvani for that quick kick. And that certainly helped out. Brownless appealing for a free kick. Here's Hocking, hooking it out of the pack, trying to bend it back, but succeeds in putting it out the full. But Hocking looking very dangerous. Here's Anthony Koutafidis. Bring it out towards the halfback area. This is close to the line. And a good mark by Barnes coming over the top of Madden. A very good mark, John Barnes. A long way out from goal, 75 metres out. Very crowded forward line. Sexton again getting in front of Ablett. Here's the kick from Barnes. Mensch has gone back to lend a hand. Ablett at the back. Oh, he waited for it. Still Ablett. He's got it, but a free kick has been paid the way of Carlton. And it looks like it'll be Dean to take this. Let's have a look. It is Peter Dean, and he gives it off to Whitehead.
Whitehead's pass out of defence to Bradley. Craig Bradley at halfback. Over the centre circle, looking for Spalding. With him is McGrath. McGrath gets a kind bounce round the corner, wide for Barnes, and the athletic Barnes can't quite reach it, and it goes out of bounds on centre wing. Geelong 2-2-14, lead Carlton 1-3-9. Jam-packed here at Optus Oval. Madden. Fraser Brown, he loses it. Mansfield the hand pass to Pickering, over the top to Brownless. Billy thumps it long, one out is Ablett with Silvani. Oh, Stephen Silvani, no mark. Play on, it comes to Whitehead. I reckon his third touch was off his boot.
That was a great mark under pressure by, well, not a mark in the finish to Silvani, but here's Mackay. Bring it down to Kernahan and Graham. Oh, Kernahan, he can play on. An open goal looms. He's hooked it across his body and put it out in the full. So another bad miss to Steve Kernahan. Look at this attempt.
This is great play, isn't it? Being able to push back on it, gets the hands in the front two, flicks it up. No, it's taken away by Whitehead.
Kick in by McGrath. He's going from one end to the other very quickly in this game. Hocking. With him, Camporelli.
Whoa!
Do you see something? Name names.
Doesn't he love going in those packs, Gary Hocking? Oh!
It's going to be a ball up in between wing and half forward for the Blues. And Greg Williams having something to say to umpire Goldspink there. Madden. There's Pickering with nowhere to go. Ball, say the crowd. Umpire Goldspink says it's mine. Pat on the head for Liam Pickering, who's been great this year with an on-ball role in the absence of Bairstow.
It's a good decision. They had no chance of getting rid of it. It's grabbed just as he grabbed it. And Camporelli tries to shuffle. Oh, Hocking went in hard again. And Darren Goldsmith to bounce it. 60 metres out from the Carlton goal. It looks like we're in for a crackerjack game, judging by this early stanza. 2 points the margin. There's Spalding. Madden is there. Riccardi can't keep it in. Still on Carlton's half-forward area. Way out in the boundary line for a throw-in. So a pretty cool day. Currently 13, expected 14, but actually perfect weather conditions. Still at half-forward, and another pack develops. And it's good the umpire not just plucking a free kick out for nothing. They've got to earn them.
Well, they're all very tight and hard in at the ball, and this will emphasise the importance of either Barnes or Madden taking some ascendancy over the other.
Madden a hand of that. Ratton, Hannah, Hannah, good shepherding behind, but he's bowled over and a good tackle by Mansfield. The crumbs to Brown. Now Couch. He's kicked round the corner out to centre wing. Brewer leads Ange Christou. Oh, well done by Christou. He was always running second, but he won the footy. Up to Pearce. Spalding in front. All Geelong at the back. Good pick up by Mansfield. Victorian representative. Long high ball. McKay! Superb mark by Andrew McKay. A South Australian representative last week at the MCG.
That was a brilliant mark, Drew. The centre wing, pinpoint accuracy again. Has found Ratton. Ratton goes inside, dangerous hand pass, but it'll come off. Oh, no, it's smothered by McKay's kick. Here's Ratton. Gets in a quick hand pass. Oh, it's missed. Allows Metz to come in. Oh, McKay again with desperation. Oh, he's given it straight to Hall. Ablett's one out in the square. He goes back. Hall kicks. And the marker's over the line, so it's behind the Geelong. Gee, that's a situation where Ablett probably should have led then.
Yes, perhaps so, but even just a kick further back, the smothered by Liam Pickering in the centre turned a certain Carlton thrust forward back to be Geelong's.
Kick by Christou. Brownless and Sexton. No mark to Billy. There's Hannah. Mitchell. Little kick round the corner. Bradley. A bounce to set things up, then floats one over the top. Camporelli inside the 50. Camporelli goes for the goal and kicks it. Scores level.
Hasn't it been a fluctuation? Carlton were the ones who got out of the blocks first up, then Geelong back, and now Carlton have worked back. And Scott Camporelli, a very important player. He hasn't kicked more than one goal in any game yet this year. Today needs to be the day to do that.
$15 points apiece as we see Scholl drive it down towards the half-forward line. Ball hits the deck to Dean. Oh, loose ball is with Brownless. Tried to give off the hand pass. Brewer, he goes to ground. Oh, look at the pressure on. And the umpire will come in and bounce 45 metres out from the Geelong goal.
Peter, it's interesting with Derek Hall at half forward for Geelong. He's really taking a defensive attitude on Andy McKay, ensuring that he doesn't run off and be an attacking player.
Now here's Liam Pickering from 40 metres, straightening up. Oh, good goal. Great play, Geelong again. Well, this is goal for goal. Pickering's kicked a ripper. Go Cats says the sign, and they lead by 6 points.
Pickering was very good right throughout this opening part of the game. He instigated an excellent smother a little while ago in the centre of the ground, but now he's able to step off and be able to slot through a goal for himself. He's been a very good player. The leading kick getter at Geelong and averaging 25 disposals per game.
Ball back in the middle. Cats by 6 points after the goal by Pickering. Andrew McKay, an excellent player. He's kicked just over centre wing. Hall. Here comes Pearce. Now Hall again. Fraser Brown was going to get the free kick. Lay on, said the umpire. Bradley's been outstanding. Short pass to Kernahan. And the two South Australians combining. Kernahan a long way up, looking to pass. Pops it up. Spalding. Oh, in the goal square, Hannah. Scores level again.
What an opening quarter. Both sides giving it everything and in turn being able to get the goals when their opportunity comes. Hanna is the one in this instance, returning after missing 2 weeks with an ankle injury. A very important player. Originally made his name in defence, but now a very productive half-forward flanker.
Well, goal for goal at the moment. Barnes and Madden. Madden with a big fist, but I read it well. Scholl having a terrific season. To half-forward, Brownless. Sexton. Brewer came in hard. Here's Lee Tudor. Can't pick it up, but knocks it on cleverly. Soccers it off the ground. Good play by Tudor to the pocket. Will it sit in? It will for Brownless. He's got it, Billy. He centres it. Terrific play, Brownless. Finds Hall. Play on, says the umpires. Hall on the left boot. Bends it back. It's a goal to Geelong. You wouldn't believe it. Second goal to Hall. Oh, just up and down the ground. This is great football.
It is, Peter. I mean, all the matchups have been very good. Both coaches have certainly done their homework and set their sides up. And the sides are somewhat predictable with the 12 players in each club playing all games so far this season. And so that allows the ball to be able to move up very, very well and efficiently. Billy Brownless, excellent play in the forward pocket, not tempted to banana the ball in, but set it up in front. And Derek Hall doing a very good job at half forward.
Derek Hall, previously 2 games with the West Coast Eagles, now playing his 7th for the Cats. Here's Fraser Brown returning from injury. Hand passes to himself. Buddha Hockings there. Barnes in trouble. He's lost it. Pearce. There's another one. Well, how long can they keep this up for? 4-3 apiece.
It's an incredible piece of football at the moment. And this ground, is very conducive to high scoring. And any mistake across an opposition's half-forward line there, and Barnes was not able to handle the ball as cleanly as he'd want to, would certainly be made pay by an efficient half-forward line of the opposition.
Capacity crowd here at Optus Oval are witnessing a terrific contest. Couch finding it hard to get into the game at the moment. Here's a strong tackle on Koutafidis, and the umpire said, well, it's going Geelong's way. He insinuated it was too high, so Couch must have been tackled high. Now, what's happening here? Something else is the other umpires coming in to say there was a push out at half forward. I think that's going to be reversed down the field to the half back area. It'll go to Carlton. So one umpire gave a decision, then on another instance, the other umpire's gone the other way to Rat.
Kicked by Rat. Mitchell running onto it with Riccardi. Riccardi's pace wins the day. His left footer up towards centre wing. Couch in front. Well done by Rat, but he didn't quite clear the area. Terrific pick-up by Tudor. Tudor keeps it low for Ablett. Silvani lets it get behind him. Ablett. Christou. Ablett got rid of Christou for Brewer. He's dragged down by Silvani, but he's legged. Free kick to Brewer.
He was legged.
Well, Silvani was desperate then. And lunged, got the player by hand. And there's no doubt it's Brewer's free kick.
But didn't Ablett use his body well, Terry, to allow Brewer to come through?
Talk about clearing a path for a teammate. Now Brewer to put the Cats in front. 5-3 to 4-3.
Well, what a game. We've had 6 goals scored in 6 minutes, 3 goals to each side. And the build-up to this was quite incredible, really. The ball was... Silvani did the right thing, took the front position in the contest against Ablett, got through, then Ablett was able to create a path for Brewer to run through by taking out, I think it was Sexton, and then Silvani, that desperate lunge, too low, and the umpire correctly awarded the free kick.
Well, the vital centre bounce, 6 points the Cats lead by. Madden won it to Bradley. Bradley again, caught, gets in a hand pass. Here's Scholl, caught. Not a strong enough tackle, but Mitchell's head. Danger here for Geelong because Brad Pearce has got it. Swings onto his left boot. Bends it back for his second. Great goal, Brad Pearce. What a game we're witnessing. Goal for goal. Scores a level. What a quarter of football, Terry.
And hasn't Brad Pearce slotted into this side so very well? You know, who would have thought that after only 2 games with the Brisbane Bears that he could become such an integral part of the Carlton side. And the strength that that boy has is he kicks the ball so very, very long in an offensive manner. He's on that left foot, rarely misses, and now that's some 18 goals, 8 behinds for the season.
And there's still nearly 4 minutes to go to quarter time, and we've had 5 goals apiece. It's goal for goal here. Tough contest here, just on the edge of the centre square. Umpire comes in, will ball it up. 33 points apiece. Madden doing well at centre bounces, beating Barnes 7-3 in hit-outs. Here's Ratton leading the race. Sockers the ball away from Mensch, close to the boundary line. Dean he nearly had the same chance that Bradley had earlier in the quarter, but that time Dean took it over the line.
He probably doesn't have the ground level skills of a Craig Bradley, just the stage.
Craig Bradley has been outstanding. 3 marks, 8 possessions first quarter.
Madden again gets it to Dean. Dean around the corner to half foot. He's looking for Fraser Brown. Oh, good play by Shoulder, hook that back. Mitchell is there, McKay, now Riccardi, and Riccardi is quite happy to tap it to the line. He better watch. It's pretty dangerous to push a bloke away because the umpire could easily just pluck a free kick out, particularly on half forward. Now Barnes versus Spalding, in fact, this time. Here's Camporelli getting it to Williams. Great play. Williams to Andrew McKay. He sprints in the goal and he's kicked it. But no, a free kick. A free kick back here at half-back. Will go the way of Geelong. The umpire has spotted something and will go to Shoal. And the Carlton supporters don't like it.
Liam Pickering and Fraser Brown off the ball. Liam Pickering was in the front position, and as the umpire indicated, a little clip across the ears from Fraser has cost his side dearly.
Well, I rate that man there, the best umpire in the competition.
Yeah, he called it correctly.
Darren Goldsmith,
He's definitely there. He's done it right.
Gee, the Carlton fans are not happy. That was a terrific goal by a half-back. But of course it won't count. Mitchell paddles the ball. Here he is again, Andy McKay, playing an outstanding game. Pearce loses it to Couch.
Oh.
Couch, a hurried right-footer. Tudor can't mark. Pressure from Whitehead. Bradley gives it to Dean. Camporelli. Christou going past. Straight up the centre. Kernahan. Graham is there. Kernahan still a chance. The crowd want a free for their skipper. Umpire Goldsmith said, give it to me.
See, that could easily have been a free kick to Geelong then. The Geelong player was slung out of that pack. And the bounce. 40 metres out from the Carlton goal. Spalding gets it to Ratton. Ratton in towards goal across his body. It sneaks in for a behind. And they're still hooting the Carlton supporters. 5-4 to 5-3. The Blues by a point. What a quarter of football, Drew.
Fantastic. Peter Riccardi still in the back pocket for the Cats. Minute 40 to go to quarter time. Barnes and Madden. Comes to Lord. Just beats the tackle but kicks out on the full. Aaron Lord, he was the player who had that magnificent game in the semi-final last year. He played only 1 quarter of league football prior to that day. Was nearly best on ground to dump the Blues out of the finals. Bradley takes the kick. Kernahan high, can't take the mark. At the back, Riccardi. Across the ground goes Peter Riccardi. Open spaces here. Couch and Ratton. That'll test you, Couchy. Go again. Christou. And to the relief of many, that ball has gone out of play.
So it's on centre wing. Getting close to quarter time. We've had 10 goals scored in this game. Carlton by a point. Madden and Mensch. Dean comes over the back. Derek Hall crashes in. So does Brewer. Well taken by Koutafidis. And a good kick on the left boot. Gains about 45 metres. Oh, the one-handed mark by Fraser Brown. He's got plenty of teammates out wide. Here's Bradley. He sets it up high for Kernahan, who loiters at the back. He should mark. No, he didn't. Ben Graham did well. Mitchell grabbed, but he didn't have it, was he? Kicked away by Brown. Umpire calls a free kick down the ground. And it'll go to Geelong, I would feel. A relayed free kick will go to Gary Hockey, and the Carlton fans aren't happy.
At this stage, Darren Goldsmith will need an escort to get out of the ground. Kick by Hocking goes wide to Pickering centre wing. Time running down, 30 seconds left in the term. The Blues by a point. Into Lord. And the short play, they might run out of time before the siren. Hocking and Bradley have shared the ball, ruck roving. Riccardi marks, plays on, gets rid of the hand pass. Still maybe time for a goal for the Cats. Well read by Whitehead, well picked up. Kick back towards the centre, and Gary Hocking dives and takes the mark. And there is the siren. Hocking had 9 possessions. Bradley had 11 in the first quarter. It was fantastic, and it's a 1-point lead to the Blues, 5-4 to 5-3, Terry.
And what an intense quarter. 10 goals scored in that period, and each side being able to give it everything. The Hocking and Bradley duel will be a key one right throughout. Both of them giving each other that little bit of freedom that they need. The key will be which one uses the ball into their each potent forward line. Kernahan at one end, Ablett at the other.
Gary Ayres has certainly given the Cats some steel, but there was some attacking force as well, and so did the Blues have it, and they lead by a point, 5-4-34 to 5-3-33.
So the start of the second term, Madden wins it again. Pickering went without it. Simpson on the left boot. It's knocked further afield down towards Brownless. Brownless gets in a hand pass. Riccardi an open goal on the left. Back goes Riccardi. Beautiful play, Geelong, for a goal. Well, maybe, Terry, this quarter's going to be like the first, judging by that.
It seems as though we haven't even had a break for a quarter-time interval. The ruck work there, Madden was the first one to get his hands through, but the Geelong players at the foot of the contest in the centre bounce have been so very, very good. And Peter Riccardi, an exceptional running winger, and that left foot, no mistake.
Back in the middle, now with a 5-point lead to the Cats. Neither ruckman this time. Out of the middle, Pickering. Here's Riccardi again. Ablett trying to slip away from Silvani. The kick very wide, too wide. And it bounces out of bounds, a long way from the behind post. That gave Ablett little chance. And we'll start again. The Cats have made 2 good starts out of the middle in the second quarter. Billy, who kicked 5 goals last week for the Allies against Western Australia in Perth, up against Madden. Comes down to Pickering, who snaps it back too far and gets through for a behind.
Geelong are doing well at ground level, aren't they, around the packs?
They are, Peter. Justin Madden has controlled the ruck work, but his ground level players haven't been able to take advantage of that. Couch and Hocking and Pickering have been very good there.
We saw David Minch on the bench with Hickmott and Handley.
Tanner on.
Now, centre wing, Dean, Hannah. Oh, he's lost it in the tackle. Here's Brown. He's caught. Gets in a hand pass. Knocked away by Ratton. A chance for the Blues. McGrath went without it. Oh, look, a slippery ground as Williams receives from Hannah. Greg Williams fires at a goal. It's now a goal to the Blues. That's his first. Good play by Hannah, but you can see it's pretty slippery around the middle of the ground.
And Greg Williams now picking up his 4th possession, and by his own standards probably a slow start to the game, but has been out for over 6 weeks. Last played I think round 6 against West Coast Eagles, and the broken arm, which he's wearing a brace for there today, but has lost none of his skill and touch through that period.
Scores level for the 5th time, 40 points apiece early in the second quarter. Pickering can't break the tackle. Crowds a ball. Couch in trouble. Loses it to Brown. Now Williams going past his Camporelli. The speedster from Adelaide. Kernahan should have taken that mark. Tanner. Scholl across the half-back line for the Cats to Hall. Over the top to Brown. They're working it well out of defence. McGrath. Barnes has to come from behind. Dean got hands to it, couldn't take the mark. Here's Johnny Barnes. He's inside the 50, goes short to Ablett. And Gazza takes his first mark. 4 minutes into the second quarter.
This is great play by Johnny Barnes, and this is where he's going to have an advantage over his direct opponent, Justin Madden, quite obviously, that he can get in and join the smaller players at ground level. He was able to step around onto his preferred right foot, and a very good pass right into the breadbasket for Gary Ablett.
The skipper today for his first goal. He's got it.
Well, it took a long time coming from a personal perspective for Gary Ablett, but as captain of the side, I don't think he'd be too fazed by that, with his side now having got their 7th goal in only just over a quarter of football. Geelong have done very, very well here, but again, it's the centre of the ground in which the keys are apparent.
Gary Ablett has kicked his first. The Cats by 6 points after great play by Barnes, showing his terrific mobility. Fraser Brown to half forward. Derek Hall can't mark. Flicked back. Taken away by Pickering. They're doing well at ground level. Aaron Lord, he's got a couple to beat. Oh, was it in the back? No. It's a loose ball. McGrath goes backwards. Finds Tanner. They're backing up well, Geelong. Tanner, a daisy cutting pass, finds Pickering. He thought about the hand pass. The umpire taking Greg Williams back on the mark. Now, he should get back and kick it long, I would think. Now he elects to kick it to centre wing, where Bradley takes a mark. He's having a great game, Bradley.
Best I've seen him go this year.
And Hocking doing well also.
Fair observation, Drew. Craig Bradley has been quite severely tagged right throughout the season and has some degree of freedom today against Hocking.
Here's the kick towards half forward, punched away by Graham, was good play. On towards Tudor. Whitehead is there, Riccardi and Tudor. Oh, good play by Tudor, allows Riccardi 2-on-1 then. They're teaming well, Geelong. Riccardi can keep going. He goes over the top with a hand pass to Couch. Couch to Riccardi, brilliant team play. Don't tell me he'll kick a goal. No, he chips it in short to Ablett. Fantastic play by Geelong from the last line of defence. Wouldn't that have topped it off? He had to kick the goal from out there, Riccardi.
I reckon he's topped it off by giving it to this fella.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, it's a difficult shot though by Ablett. He's on a very acute angle. Nothing's impossible for this man. And good thinking to chip it to him twice, get his confidence up, and away he'll go. So a big kick coming up for Geelong. If they can kick 2 goals clear at this stage, it'll be a good little break. Cute angle by the Geelong champ. As he lines up for goal, he belts it hard at the goals. This could be a goal. Yes! Great kick by Ablett. He's kicked his second. Terrific team play, Geelong. They lead by 12 points.
It was. It shows the value of the running winger here. There's good work in here between Tudor and Riccardi, and you'll see that Tudor just stays with him. He doesn't peel off to receive the ball once. He's in fact saying keep on going, and comes in and Couch back to Riccardi. Another one, Tudor still with him, and that's a great part of this piece of play. Then to Ablett, second goal.
Back in the middle, the Cats by 2 goals, the biggest break so far. Couch's kick is smothered. Tudor drops it. Uses his hip well to get rid of his opponent. Flips the ball up. Carlton man held when not in possession. Whitehead. Advantage is paid. It goes to Camporelli. He passes to Kernahan. Can't take the mark. Barry Mitchell off to Williams. That was like the old Sydney Swans days. Goal to Diesel. Oh, it's grazed the post. Must have just flicked the padding.
And Mansfield yelled out from 20 metres away to the goal umpire, that's hit the post, Umpy, in case he missed it.
He certainly wasn't going to allow that one to go, but good play by Williams, running himself into form.
Ben Graham with that booming drop punt out towards centre wing area. Hannah trying to chip it back. Couch caught, could be holding the ball. Yes, he had the chance to get rid of it. Free kick to Milhana. Kernahan down at full forward. He'll come from the back, Steve Kernahan. He flies and takes the mark. He read it better than everyone else.
That was a great mark. I was looking up the ground in his area, the lead up. Spalding had gone wide towards the boundary line, and Brad Pearce had wrongly, I think, cut it in front of, led in front of Kernahan, and I thought that was going to influence Kernahan's approach, but then over the top he came. Great mark.
Well, he's got to kick this goal, Steve. He's missed a couple. See that right shoulder heavily bandaged. Oh, shocking kick off the boot. Oh, but big Harry Madden is there to take a diving mark, and that'll lift the rafters off the pavilions here.
Sensational play, Justin Madden. Too often we see the ruckmen who stand back outside the centre half forward area thinking their full forward's going to kick it. He went down onto the line. He may have been needed there to shepherd the ball through right on the line, but had the agility that once the ball fell that little bit short, the big fella got his act into gear and was able to take a good mark low down.
So Justin Madden, very slight angle, 15-metre kick this, but none of them are easy. Let's see what he can do. Big Justin. He kicks and puts it through. So Justin Madden has kicked his first, and now the margin is only 5 points.
And in fact, he's kicked his first goal for the year, Justin Madden, and it's very rare that he'll find himself down there, but it was a good cause to be there on this stage, looking to shepherd the ball through, and that's the sort of tonic he needs to be able to dish up to John Barnes throughout this game. Be attacking when you can.
Margin back to 5 points after the mark and goal by Justin Madden. 13 and a half minutes to go in the second quarter. Barnes beats Madden in the middle. Whitehead with Tudor. To Williams. Great hands, Williams. Brown, but he got underneath it. Scholl took the mark. Across the half-back line. Look at Johnny Barnes getting around the ground like a decathlete. Pickering, who's been fantastic. Dozen possessions for Pickering. Oh, mark.
Oh.
Lay on. I reckon Brewer had enough of it. But the ball's now out of play. We'll have a throw in.
Could well have paid it. He's taken the front position and may have got that extra grab on it had Ange Christou not perhaps been pulling on his jumper and holding him back.
Brownless versus Madden. Here's Mitchell. Barry Mitchell. Centre wing area. Brown ran into his teammate. Oh, Simpson, the haul is good play. Where's Ablett? No, he chips it in towards half forward, and ducking in there to take the mark was Counts. Gee, Geelong are teaming really, really well.
But yeah, the pressure's on Carlton at the moment. Mill Hanna has now moved to the wing to take Peter Riccardi. Riccardi had been so very good in this quarter.
Paul Counts has had a pretty quiet game so far. He's directly in front. He stabs a goal and puts it right through the middle. So Counts has kicked his first, and Geelong have got all the answers. They lead by 11 points.
They do. They just seem to be the ones in control. We mentioned there Hannah now being the one that's got Peter Riccardi, but Geelong through Ablett and now Couch have kicked 3 of the last 4 goals, and that just gives you the feeling that the Cats are starting to take control of the match.
Well, we've had 16 goals for the match, only one of them from a free kick. There have been marks, goals on the run, snapshots. It's been a superb game of football. Barnes again. Brownless, outside the 50. This is about his distance. Billy, go for the big one. Ablett, it's a big kick by Billy, but Ablett's got it.
Gee, the value of the long kick, isn't it a terrific advantage?
Peter, it puts immense pressure on any defence when there's a long ball coming on into the goal square, and I would suggest more so when the only player in the goal square is Gary Ablett.
Well, Ablett hadn't had a goal in this quarter. 3 marks, 3 goals.
They are an improved side, this team. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, perhaps so, Peter. I think they've still got a long way to go to match the finals performances over the last few years with Malcolm Blight. I'll stick up for Malcolm a little bit here.
Well, we're not having a Malcolm.
They're playing very well. They've got a very good mix of offensive football and defensive football. Now, players like Billy Brown are contributing so very well of late. Ablett's in very fine form, and the centre 3 in Couch, Hocking and Pickering, excellent form.
So back we go to the centre. Crunch time for Carlton here. Geelong have got a bit of a run on. Barnes flicks it back. Here they go again. Lee Tudor. Or high hand pass. Oh, he finds Scholl. Scholl kicks long. Ablett and Silvani and Brewer. Oh, Silvani dives and takes a good mark in front of Ablett.
Koutafiti's now playing in the ruck for the Blues with Madden having left the ground. Short pass, Sexton marks at centre halfback. It's 64-47, a 17-point lead to the Cats, the biggest of the game so far. Unmarked is Dean on the outer wing. Dumps it long. Kernahan with Graham. Brown gets to the front. Can't take the mark, but butters up. Mansfield. Scholl, who's been a revelation this year. Discard from North Melbourne. Riccardi. Perfect. The two number 7s and Couch getting on top of Ratton. Ratton 7 possessions. Couch is now up to a 10. Hall.
They've got a bit of a run on here, Drew.
4 out of the last 5. It's danger signs.
Kick by Derek Hall. Brewer gets it to ground. Lord! Oh, this is close. Just offline.
Oh. Gee, I think the Carlton supporters have breathed a sigh of relief there. 3 goals, the Cats. Silvani under enormous pressure on Ablett. Had a great first term, held him well, and has now had 3. Oh, dangerous kick. But he's got a good teammate there, Michael Sexton, to take the mark. Now there's loose men out here for the Blues. And diving and taking the mark. No, he didn't take it, Lynn. Christou. Free kick was paid and then advantage. Here's Mitchell. He'll look for Kernahan. Steve Kernahan hugs it to the chest. And let's see what the captain can do from 45 metres. His last kick was a wobbly that was marked by Madden. Vital player, Kernahan. Here's his kick. Oh, it's a wobbly one. And I don't think he's got his kicking boot on today. He's had 4 or 5 chances and he's missed a lot.
You just didn't see him in control in the kick there, and I think he was perhaps trying to overstretch David Parkin and Cole Kinnear in the coach's box. They're now starting to ring the changes, as we mentioned, with Madden off, Koutafiti's in the ruck, trying to get some mobility onto the ground to be able to match what is a very good Geelong unit at the moment.
Graham, the drop punt covers 65 metres in the direction of Barnes. All a terrific leap. Comes to Hannah. Centering kick looking for Williams, just about the shortest there. Scholl flew at it. Here's Pearce, crunched down by McGrath, and that hurt. McGrath goes off the ground. Bradley marks in the centre circle. Lynn, and Tony Lynn has marked 35 metres from goal.
Pearce is hurt.
That was a solid hip and shoulder. I mean, it was all legitimate. Pearce head down there, just looks up, and there it is.
Bang, hip and shoulder.
Yeah, very well controlled by Tim McGrath. Quite efficient, effective, and well within the rules of the game.
He didn't raise the elbow, and that was good to see.
Unfortunately, the stretcher is out for young Brad Pearce. This is a blow, obviously personally to himself, because he was playing so well, but then also to the Carlton side, because as Geelong go on this rampage at the moment in kicking 4 out of the last 5 goals, they need to be able to answer with goals themselves. And Brad Pearce has been so very good here, swooping onto the ball. Just as soon as he picks it up, he gathers it, and I guess, Peter, from any backman, that's the time you're looking for.
Well, he knew he was going to cop it too. He looked up and
stood there. He didn't shirk the issue.
No, he went hard on the ball. But no one likes to see anyone come off on the stretch. Let's hope that's no serious damage there.
Well, he's been an important player. He kicked a couple of goals in the first quarter, Brad Pearce. And Dean Rice coming off the bench to replace him. When you think about the recycled players, there's Pearce, a former Bear, about to be replaced by Rice, a former Saint. Manton, formerly of Essendon.
Yes, true. I think, as the lists at AFL level, and as we look at this instant again, as the lists at AFL level become shorter and shorter, clubs are rushing into making decisions about players as to whether they're good enough to go on or not. And obviously at times now a little bit prematurely for some.
How many footballers have we seen carted off on stretchers in the last 2 years? It's unbelievable.
A lot. So as Pearce goes through the interchange gate, another former Brisbane Bear, Tony Lynn, is lining up for goal after taking the mark. Remember 2 weeks ago against Melbourne at the MCG, he kicked a goal, I reckon it went 70 metres. I didn't know he had it in him. It was a magnificent kick. But this time he's only about 35 metres out. The Blues need it. They've kicked just 2 goals in this term against 5. Kick by Lynn. Way to the right, I fancy. They wanted that one.
And unfortunately, that generally tends to be the case. There is Tony Lynn standing there for so long, waiting for his shot at goal, as we see Gary Ayres and Jeff Geeson. Jeff Geeson, former Footscray player and very good coach with Wodonga and then over to West Perth.
Did you play with him, Terry?
Did do, and Tugboat, a very fine football brain.
What'd you call him?
Tugboat.
As we see McGrath getting some hoots for that beautiful hip and shoulder he gave. Here's Brown. Brown up in the air towards half forward, and a good mark taken by Dean. He had his name written all over that. Peter Dean gives off a handball. Bradley having a ton of possessions. Down towards half forward, Derek Hall at the back. But that's a good mark by Hannah in front of Riccardi. The Blues fighting back. They need a quick goal. Kernahan is down there with Ben Graham. No doubt he'll be the target. Play on, says the umpire. Hannah hooks it back. Williams a chance. And Greg Williams will have to kick from 50. The Carlton champ. The distance just might be doubtful. He'll kick right on, about 51 metres he'll have to kick this ball. Just think he might lob it up. No, he's going short. Pickering's good enough to punch it away from Mitchell. Mitchell gets it to Spalding, who's had a quiet game. Spalding around the corner. It's a wobbly one. Will it bounce over? No, it won't. Hall tries to tap it on. McKay is there. He tunnel balls it. Here's Barnes. Was he pushed in the back? Umpire said he was. Over it goes to Hall. Runs onto the right foot. Back to Barnes. Geelong's heaving well.
Barnes, the hand pass just a little bit short of Scholl. Had to stretch for it. Scholl worked hard. Into Pickering. Now Tanner, who came off the bench in this second quarter. Kick by Grant Tanner to Brewer at centre half forward with Christou. Christou's on his hammer and tack. Brewer, well played, spins out of trouble, goes for goal and misses.
At the post. She was a good player. He's got some talent, Brewer.
Well, he has, and the whole Geelong forward line stood up so very well there. They allowed the gap to be created at centre half forward, having Brewer running into it. He really took Ange Christou on there.
And here's Christou at half back, receiving from Silvani, the two lookalikes. Both wearing the long sleeves. Enormous pressure on this Carlton back line, the way Geelong are teaming midfield. Christou with that low trajectory drop punt. Up they go. Pickering is there. Taken away by Mitchell. Mitchell a high ball to half forward. Rice at the back. Kernahan is there. Now Tanner and Rice. Good play by Dean Rice. Fraser Brown on the left. Bends it back for a brilliant goal. Great play, the Blues. So Carlton hit back after good play by Dean Rice. What a game of football. Terrific to watch.
Oh, it is. It's had everything that we want, and as we can see here, the roving Barry Mitchell has been quite serviceable at the opportunities when they've come. The contest for Dean Rice, so very, very quickly up. His first out of those four to be up, gets a second go out. Fraser Brown, great curly on the left foot.
Back in the middle, 11 points the margin. It comes down to Mitchell, who's going better in the last few weeks, Barry Mitchell. Scholl for Geelong. Wide to centre wing. Good trap by Bradley. Well played, Craig Bradley. He is a champion. He has been for a long time. McKay. Trapped by Scholl. Koutafidis gets the hand pass through to Andy McKay. Goes the pass to Greg Williams across in front of goals, but it's too high for him. Simpson closes the gap. Williams running out of... off the ground. Kernahan didn't go 10 metres. The hand pass in a hurry. Off the ball plenty happening, and it's run through by Graham for a rush behind.
Yes, you couldn't play that
Now, we saw Pearce carried off. Dipper?
Drew, the good news for Carlton and Brad Pearce is okay, just a little winded, and we could see him back on very shortly.
So Ben Graham is chipping it in short again, and he finds Peter Riccardi. Another chip pass. It's dangerous in that last line of defence.
And Ben Graham could have put it 60 metres down the track, and it's taken
about three
possessions. They still haven't cleared 50. A little bit dangerous here. I hope they're not starting to, muggle air a little bit, Peter.
Well, Simpson on the Graham, a booming kick again. That just shows how far he can kick it. Tanner went without it. Koutafidis tried valiantly to keep it in, but he's had a pretty quiet game.
Why wouldn't they? Wheels have been doing it all their life.
The Cats, yeah, well, they do use the ball a lot, but I just really like Ben Graham at full-back and the way he can use the ball. I'd have him do it every time.
So centre wing, the umpire will come in and bounce. The Cats they've looked the better side, but Carlton's certainly within striking distance, just a couple of kicks away.
Yeah, we need Anthony Koutafidis, who you just mentioned, Peter. He's one player that needs to lift. Very good 2 weeks ago against Tingay in the Melbourne game.
Well, that was Counts, loses it in the tackle. Here's Camporelli. Back it comes to Sexton. Sexton around the corner, and Barnes has taken over in this quarter. On to Scholl. Scholl brings it in towards half forward. The race is on. Hocking. Oh, he drops it and allows Bradley in. This could be vital. Let's see what Carlton can do. Bradley kicks it long to Kernahan. Graham against Kernahan. No mark. Umpire calls play on. Kernahan. Graham should be a bounce. Umpire calling play on. Now he comes in the bounce, but it was certainly no mark.
I tell you what, Dean Rice coming on. Carlton haven't lost too much. There it is there. No, he didn't interfere, didn't hold it long enough, but Dean Rice here, he turns and comes in so very, very strongly in on the tackle.
I'll tell you one thing that's happened in this quarter. Gary Hocking has not had a touch. And the quarter's been going 25 minutes. At quarter time, Bradley was ahead 11 to 10, and now he's ahead 26 to 10 in possessions on Gary Hocking. Too high for Hall. Here's Buddha getting his first touch, just as I mentioned him. I reckon that's nearly out. He just got the hand pass away to Scholl. Scholl to centre wing. Couch charges hard at it. With him is Bradley. Here's Ratton. Well played. Camporelli to the 50. Lynn is there. Almost spoiled by his teammate Spalding. It's come unstuck. Grabbed by Mansfield. Kicked by Mansfield to Hall, who's been a good player this year for the Cats. Away to Pickering. In space for Ablett. Oh, good hands. Dragged down by Silvani.
Oh.
Did he say holding the ball?
Oh, turn it up.
You're joking.
You've got to have some chance to get rid of it, don't you?
You do.
Wouldn't
It's
that
only
be
holding
play
the
on?
ball if the player has a prior opportunity to get rid of it. Silvani had snaffled Ablett, immediately taken possession of the ball.
Well, it was a good tackle, but it was just a play on. See what happens where the crumbs go.
Of course it was.
Barnes marks at halfback.
Barnes wide, looking for Lord. And they were for a 50-metre penalty against Koutafidis or Ratton, one of the two. Oh, danger here. Big danger for Carlton. Should move it quickly. He does, Barnes. Now towards Ablett and Silvani. Ablett! Oh, look at that for a mark. In midair, he used his hip and shoulder on Silvani and has taken a brilliant mark 20 metres out.
The kick from Barnes travelling in. Silvani and Ablett, just the superior, just the strength in the lower body there to be able to take Silvani out of the contest. Nothing underwards to Stephen Silvani. I still think he's the best option that David Parkin has to play against Gary Ablett. But Ablett, when he's in fine form like that and judging the ball and reading it so very well, hard to stop.
Well, not a kick in the first term. He's going for his 4th goal. He's missed it. He's hooked it badly, the Geelong champ. And, gee, that was a real opportunity to put a decent gap on the Blues.
Parkin has taken Earl Spalding off and Glenn Manton in on to centre half forward for his first game with Carlton.
Well, Spalding's had a shocker with just 2 possessions. Silvani short pass to Ratton. And there's Ratton's man Couch. 2 number 7s on each other. Back to Bradley. What a game for Craig Bradley. Perfect disposal. Koutafidis marks just behind centre wing. Fires out the hand pass to Sexton. Sexton goes long. Manton just on. He's got a chance to keep this in. Rice does keep it in. Is Lynn. No, the whistle's gone. It had gone over the line. We'll have a throw in.
So it's at half forward for the Blues. There's Dean Rice, former St Kilda player. Manton grabs it out of the ruck. Quick kick to half forward, nearly a mark. Ball kicked away from Simpson, then socked by Peter Dean. And through for a behind, and boy, that could have gone either side of the post, that one.
He's an aggressive centre-half back nowadays, isn't he? He's quite prepared to really chance his arm and take a run. And the fortune does often favour the brave, and Peter Dean pushes it to the limit. Well done.
Great kick in by Graham, finds McGrath. It's only 10 points. You're looking at the game, you'd think Geelong would be a mile in front.
Yep, Riccardi, Brown. Well, if Kernahan can start kicking straight, he's goalless so far. Ablett's kicked 3 goals, 1. Scholl, Brewer, Hickmott. Well done by Dean. Here's Bradley again. Flips the ball up to Whitehead. Camporelli. Manton. First mark for the Blues in the seniors. Into Rice. Well played by Manton. On the 50 is Mitchell. Now Brown, 40 metres out. Should be a goal to the Blues. Second goal this quarter to Fraser Brown, and the Blues are back to within 4 points.
Well, how do you keep him now? Glenn Manton, very good here. His first involvement as a Carlton player, a good mark, quite prepared to turn quickly and spin it off to Rice, and again quick hands, and the handball got the ball into the corridor where Fraser Brown was able to finish up his second consecutive goal.
The Blues are coming back. Geelong by only 4 points now as Liam Pickering gives it to Tanner. Tanner bombs it down the direction of Ablett. Ablett at the back. Danger here because swooping on it here is Hickmott. He can't get it. Now he can. Hooks it out to Couch. Couch has grabbed it. He didn't have it. Now it's Hockey. Smothered off his boot. Hockey again. Punched away from him. McKay goes in hard after the ball. Here's Pickering. On to Tudor. Back to Pickering, but a free kick will go the way of the Blues. And here at half-back, it looks like Chris Stewart or Silvani, one of the two.
Chris Stewart is, Peter.
In fact, it is Chris Stewart. And he's hurt.
Gary Ayres has brought Hickmott on just for this latter part of the quarter to try and snare a goal. It was Derek Hall that went off. But Ange Christou, it just seems as though he's been winded and just needs that little bit of time now to regain his composure.
He's a popular player here. Listen to the roars when Ange Christou got up. Well, Gary Ayres hasn't given Hickmott much of a chance. There's 2 seconds left to half-time. Hickmott's been there about a minute. Hardly time for the free kick to be taken, and it's half-time here at Optus Oval, and it's a 4-point lead to the Cats. At one stage they led by 17 points at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. We've seen Pearce carried off on a stretcher. There's Christou not looking too good. Stephen Kernahan's had about 4 or 5 chances, and his total for the game is 2 behinds. Ablett, kickless in the first quarter, took 4 marks and kicked 3 goals in the second quarter. And the upshot of that is the Cats lead 10-7, 67 to Carlton 9-9, 63. And if the second half is nearly as good as the first, it'll be a rib tickler. Madden back on the ground in ruck, beats Barnes and finds a teammate. Rat to Dean, to Hannah. Kick by Hannah for Kernahan. Gee, that's perfect football. Now Stephen Kernahan, who was making a return from injury, he missed the state game last week. Coming up for his 6th kick, but he's looking at his first goal. .48 metres out. That's better. That is fantastic.
Well, you wouldn't want to start the quarter any better than that. Your skipper, Stephen Kernahan, who has been struggling a little bit by his own lofty standards in the early part of this game after missing the state game last week, opens the quarter with a very strong mark, and a typical Kernahan diving mark away to the left, hugged it into the chest, and then the kick was exceptional one. It split the centre of the ground, the goal perfectly.
So the Blues in front by 2 points as Madden with that big left arm knocks it down. Taken away by Pickering. Pickering wide towards Tanner. Tanner gets a favourable bounce on the left foot. He tries to bend it back to Ablett, but the pressure of the tackle forces him to put it over the line. Ablett's playing on Silvani. Silvani won the contest in the first term. Second term, Ablett kicked 3 and missed a sitter from 20 metres. Here's Matt. Can't mark. Kudafidi knocks it away. Williams. Clever hand pass to Whitehead. Whitehead can't pick it up. Now he can. Gets in a hand pass. Here's Lynn. Kicks straight into the man. Taken away by Camporelli. On the left boot. Kernahan and Graham, and Ben Graham sneaks in front of Kernahan and takes a good mark. Ben Graham, a long kick of a football. Let's have a look at this drop punt, a booming one right out towards centre wing, and Barnes, and a good mark by Barnes. He's played a brilliant second term here. John Barnes always looking for the handball. Second term he gave a lovely step pass to Ablett for a goal. Now, an ordinary kick. Finds Mansfield. He's getting into all sorts of trouble. Now he gives it back to Barnes. The lead is on. An ordinary kick again to Brownless. He should be looking for the hand pass. Too slow, Billy. Here's Brewer. He's caught. Loses the ball in the tackle. Tudor. Socket off the ground by Hockey. Taken by Madden. He went in and did a bit of shepherding with the open shoulder. Well done, Big Harry. And Bradley, probably best man on the ground, gives it to Silvani.
Silvani just gets away. Bradley coming up for his second possession in 10 seconds. He was the leading possession winner on the ground in the first half with 18. Williams and Hannah combined. Rice is there with Brown. Man in front. Paul Brown. Across to Tim McGrath. The game continues to be a spectacle from one end to the other. Through Hocking it goes. Lord. The path to Brownless was chopped off by Dean. Well played by Peter Dean. Whitehead smothered there by Tanner, but the whistle's gone. It'll be a Carlton free kick to Peter Dean.
Ever reliable Peter Dean. Very rarely plays a poor game. Finds Sexton. He kicked a great goal in the first term, about 60 metres. There's Madden, but gee, Barnes playing a great game now. On to Graham. Ben Graham, he's got a loose man out here in Couch. Ablett will be licking his lips here. Couch elects to go the other option and gives it to Brownless instead. Good play by the Cats.
Brownless is working very well here at the moment with Ablett. He's playing at the ground just a little bit, giving himself a little bit of room away from bleeding Ablett.
Billy has kicked one. He kicks it to Ablett again. And Ablett has marked.
Peter, there's the value of having the sort of staggered forward line structure. If Brownless can continue to keep pushing up a little bit forward, there's this space here in which Gary Ablett can lead will always be constructive.
Ablett kicked 3 goals in the second term. He missed a sitter from 20 metres. And he will kick from a 45-degree angle. Distance not a problem. Has he taken the right glove off? I think he has.
Tucked in his shorts.
Gary Ablett for his 4th. Kicks out to the right. It starts to swing, but not far enough, and he's missed. So a bad miss to the Geelong champ. Scores showing Carlton by a point.
So Kernahan's on the board this quarter, but Ablett's first shot misses. Madden really lifted since he came back off the bench, but Barnes has been sensational as well. Ball up here. It's worth looking at John Barnes. He's taken 8 marks. He's had 12 possessions. We've only just started the second half. But Madden's had 11 hit-outs and kicked his first goal of the season. Dean this time with a big jump and punch. Manton back to Dean, who followed up. Great play, Peter Dean. Bradley, Williams, umpire's been bowled over. The crowd love that, but the Blues still playing the footy. Mansfield, Brown gets him. It's not holding the ball, it'll be a baller. Look at Fraser Brown.
Fraser Brown has every right to question the umpire on that occasion. But the play came one way and then Mansfield and then turned back into it. Mansfield, you'll see, had prior opportunity to get rid of it. Was taken to the ground in the tackle. Should have been holding the ball.
I agree, Terry. So the bounce 40 metres out from the Carlton goal. Bradley knocks it on. Here's Lord and Pickering. Oh, strong tackle. Quick kick comes from Manton down towards Graham. and it rolls through for a behind. And the hoops of the Carlton supporters, they really feel as if they've had a tough run today. Well, I think the umpiring's been pretty good overall. 2 points. Here's the drop punt from Ben Graham. Barnes again. Is it a mark? No. Justin Madden back towards Rice. A big chance for the Blues here. Camporelli went past the ball. Fraser Brown gets in a hand pass. Here's Kudafini smothered off the ball. A hand pass from Pickering. Finds McGrath. And away go the Cats. Off the side of the boot. Hickmott. Oh, well played, Hickmott. Gives it over to Tanner. Tanner to Couch. Couch breaks the tackle on the left foot. Kicks it long. Ablett should mark this. Yes, he does. And he kicks. Oh, shocking play, Ablett. Terrible play, Gary Ablett. Why would you do that from 15 metres and your man's holding on to you? Why would you play on?
An incredible decision here by Gary as to whether the umpire didn't blow the whistle quick enough, but he very nonchalantly dropped it onto his right foot and missed.
Shocking play by a champion player.
The Blues leading by a point, 70-69. Simpson runs onto it for the Cats. Here comes Hannah, gets rid of Simpson. Off the ground goes Scholl, tough as nails. I think they call him Nails. And the ball is over the boundary line and we'll have a throw in. Here's Ablett again, marks on Silvani. I think the whistle might have come a bit late for allowing the mark.
But we have the Geelong runner now going out to actually have a go at Gary Ablett by carrying the message from Gary Ayres.
Well, if I was the coach, I'd tear my hair out after that one because that's just a certain goal missed.
It shows that Gary's human after all.
He is human. We're all fallible. The split decision, we all do it. And he made the wrong one at that time. In towards half forward it goes. Kudavides flies. No mark. Here's Scholl. That should be a bounce. Yes, good umpiring.
Actually, Pete, I'm glad you bagged Gary for that because I wasn't game, but you're entitled to. You've kicked 800 odd.
Well, let's face it, it was just a shocking decision at the time. Cost him a goal. Anyway, let's get off that. As we see Madden hooking it back. Hocking. Riccardi received from Pickering. Aaron Lord. Brownless, a brilliant mark in front of the pack. I think he'll have a shot this time, Billy. He can make the distance easily. If you can kick over a wheat silo, you can make the distance from there.
There is a bit of breeze now, right at his back.
Well, a chance to put the Cats in front. He'll kick from just inside 50. He lays back. It starts to swing. Not far enough and one behind only. So, scores are level. What more could you wish for as we look at Barry Mitchell and Earl Spalding on the bench?
Mitchell looks as though he might be nursing a sore head. He had 10 possessions in the first half, but Spalding definitely dragged. He had 2.
Drew and Geelong have kicked. Their last 6 scoring shots have all been behind, so they do need to straighten that particular aspect of their game if they're going to go on with this.
Very, very wasteful. Dean spoils and comes to Sexton. Free kick is going to be paid here. And it is going to the Blues, so there is no advantage. It's coming back to Whitehead. Well, you can't get much more even than this. It's 10 goals, 10, 70 apiece. So they can all think of missed opportunities, both Ablett and Kernahan. Oh, a wide kick, Manton. A ball out of play just behind centre wing. That wasn't really to the advantage of the side from Whitehead.
It's good to see David Parker continue on with Glenn Manton after half-time at centre-half forward, replacing Earl Spalding, who perhaps struggled a little bit in the first half in this game, as he did 2 weeks ago against Melbourne.
McKay, kick up towards half-forward. Williams with Scholl. Greg Williams not outstanding today, returning after a long break out through injury. Simpson. Madden and Barnes. Oh, Johnny Barnes almost. Isn't it interesting, those two? Started at Essendon and one a beanpole, one an athlete, both cleared because they didn't have room with various ruckmen they had there with Simon Madden and Paul Salmon.
So it's on centre wing. Scores a level. Pickering almost threw that one back. Oh, Geelong players got in each other's way. Bratton and McKay. And a free kick. No, not a free kick, a bounce. On centre wing. Well, an interesting stage. 10 goals, 10 apiece, and the ball on centre wing. Madden versus Barnes. What a contest. Ooh, a flying kick, but he missed. And it'll be another bounce. It came in there. I think it was Pickering came flying in with the boot.
Had a great game. 19 possessions, Pickering.
It's been good. Been a terrific player for Geelong. Didn't get the opportunities at North Melbourne. There he is on screen, and a district cricketer at the boot in the state squad. Well played by Lee Tudor on the couch. Where's Ablett? He waited back. There he is. Or Silvani all over the top of him. Sexton on the Christou. Christou breaks away and kicks a long way out here to Bradley, who's had a ripper of the game. Off he goes. Craig Bradley. Kernahan, can he mark it? No, he can't. Williams. Here's Lynn. Fires a goal. It's a wobbly kick to the pocket. No mark. Kick through from behind by the Geelong player. So behind the Carlton. I think it was McGrath. And the Blues lead by a point.
71-70. Last time Carlton played here, they beat Hawthorn by 102 points. They've got a real battle here today. Simpson's kick. Craig Bradley, absolutely fantastic. Crowd want 50 metres for that. He's too far out to score, and the 50 metres is not on.
He has been true. He just had his last kick from far away on the other side of the ground only seconds ago, and is now over on the members' side. Great worker.
23rd disposal for Bradley. Here's Brown from the 50-metre line. Kernahan, middle of the pack. Here's Harry. Back he goes. Snapped by Lynn. Smothered there by Mansfield. Lord out of trouble. Two Geelong players fighting for the ball. Not a bad sign, I suppose. Couch takes the mark in front of Hocking. Hickmott in front. Oh, he's a classy kid, Hickmott. Off the bench today. Off to Riccardi. Ablett.
Oh, good mark.
That is a tough mark. Now, you know all about that.
Oh, that is one of the hardest marks to do. He's run around Silvani. Great play, Ablett. Oh, what did he do? He's missed it. Gee, Geelong can't buy a goal at the moment. He made up his mind to run around Silvani, and he's not happy.
No, and he shouldn't be. I mean, that should be a laydown for Gary Ablett. Once he made the decision that he was playing on himself, he was the one that had to kick the goal, quite obviously.
Scores a level as Christou drives it towards the centre of the ground. Madden and Barnes, well played by Barnes. Taken by Dean. Lynn. Still the Blues with Ratton. Ratton kicks it wide. Kernahan and Ben Graham, and it rolls over the line at the 50-metre line for the Blues. They're scoring in.
Well, it was a scoring orgy in the first half, but in this third quarter we've had just one goal in 15 minutes, that to Carlton. The Cats have kicked 4 behinds, and 3 of those to the great man Gary Ablett. Clean possession, Matt, off the left boot. It comes to Camporelli from the boundary line. Did pretty well to score anything. He got it behind. So it's a point the difference, the Blues in front. Mensch preparing to come back on for the Cats. Graham goes in short with a kick. Lord floats one over the top. McGrath. Back to Graham. Now this time kicking 50. Oh, his hand passed! Well, they'll get out of it. Simpson back to McGrath. Now to Riccardi, and it was about 6 possessions to get it outside the 50.
They took some chances, Geelong, they always do. Here's Mansfield now, he's taking a punt. On to Simpson. Simpson, a wobbly kick to the half-forward line. Hugs away by McKay. He tried to go on with that. Should be a bounce. Good umpiring. That player had no chance, Lord, of getting rid of that ball. The crowd didn't like it. But the correct decision.
72-71. Carlton in front. Madden to Ratton. Kicked by Ratton to centre half forward. They wrestle each other to the ground. Down went Matt. Bradley, magnificent handball. Camporelli with the pace, and he has missed it.
Oh!
Scott Camporelli, 1 goal, 1. That looked a certain goal.
Well, the same reaction as Ablett at the other end.
Scott Camporelli is the sort of player playing on that half-forward flank who's really got to make the most of those opportunities. He hasn't kicked more than 1 goal in any game this year.
Well, we had a goal feast early in the game, and now we're having a point feast. As we We see Brown marking. Here's a loose man out here. Oh, Pickering's dropped the sitter, but he's got it. Brings it back towards the half-forward line. Mensch flies, couldn't take the mark. Quick kickers by Lee Tudor. Silvani, can he get there? Yes, he can. He's out in front of Ablett. And he takes the mark. Off he goes. Bradley races past. Gives it off to Sexton. Or Sexton gets himself into trouble and then just kicks it straight to Riccardi. No, free kick up the field.
Yeah, Gary Ablett corralled on into Michael Sexton just after he kicked it.
Williams takes the relay free. Out to Hannah. Kicked by Milhana. They're smothered by Mensch. Good to see Pearce back. Carried off in the second quarter. Kicked by Pearce to the 50. Graham gets it away from Silvani, from Kernahan. Fraser Brown. Out wide he goes. Ratton. Pearce again. Balks. Takes them on. Loses it. Brown. A high ball. Well, is that a Carlton free kick?
No.
Play on, says the umpire. Here's Lord in the back pocket. Perfect disposal. Barnes at halfback. Nobody to give it to.
Well, here's the kick. So Leicester kick it around the boundary line. Whitehead is there. Gee, I've never seen such an Academy Award performance as by Peter Dean trying to get the free kick down there.
I think it surprised Peter more than anything. He didn't expect to be able to run into the Geelong player who was propped in the goal square.
So Carlton by 2 points. It's a real tough battle now. Which side is going to give? Madden taps it down. Free kick. And it's going the way of Geelong. Is it going to Barnes? Must have been some shepherding there. Barnes goes short to Pickering. Ablett and Brownless are there. Billy's coming from the back at Ablett. Oh, it's a loose ball. Umpire calls play on. Still play on as Sexton takes it away and kicks it to Hannah.
Hannah just behind centre wing. They switched on to Riccardi in the second quarter. Kernahan with Graham. Stephen Kernahan the mark. Looked to give off the hand pass to Ratton. Now goes in short to Lynn. He's in heaps of bother. Is he holding it? Umpire will ball it up. I reckon you got out of jail there, Tony Lynn.
Oh, it could easily have been holding it, couldn't it?
Yep.
Heatley stand certainly had a differing opinion to that, Drew.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you barrack for a side how you see it differently.
They haven't had their money's worth today. They've been yelling non-stop since the first bounce.
There's some good signs for Carlton just at the moment. Brett Ratton getting on top of Couch, I think, and Silvani was really harassing and putting the pressure on Ablett at the other end.
Umpires find it very difficult to bounce. Kicked away by Brown. Here's Tony Lynn. He didn't have the ball. Hocking. Oh, it gives it straight to Bradley, who's been outstanding. A great kick by Bradley. Finds Greg Williams, 40 metres from goal directly in front. Beautiful kicking by Bradley.
That's a sensational kick. The Geelong player was on. Craig Bradley would have been able to see him there, prop some 10 metres in front of Greg Williams, but just floats it over the top there of Scholl trying to get back.
Here's the kick from Williams. It's a goal. So Greg Williams has kicked his second, and the Blues lead by 8 points.
And the game right in the balance, and it had always looked to be Geelong's game as we went into this second half. But Carlton have come out after half-time and done it so very, very hard. They've worked extremely hard. Craig Bradley's been exceptional right throughout. Williams gets his second goal to add to Kernahan's first.
Ball up in the middle. Madden over the top of Barnes again. Chance for the Cats here with Hickmott. His kick inside the 50. Oh, Bradley, beautiful football. Now, you can't give him a possession for that, but
I mean, that's what a coach, Parker, would be in raptures to see this. One of his key offensive players, quite prepared to push back hard, right into the back pocket, onto his direct opponent, Hocking, and spoil the ball out of bounds.
Blues by 8 points after the goal by Greg Williams. At one stage, the Cats led by 17, but here's Couch for goal, and it's across the face and he's missed. Well, the Cats just cannot find the goals in this quarter. They've kicked 5 behinds only.
7 points the Blues lead by. Silvani Big job on Ablett. Now he chips it in short. Finds Christou. Christou has a touch on the ground. He's going to bomb it long out towards the wing. Manton and McGrath. Ball hits the deck. Manton did that well. Camporelli. Here's Williams. Danger for Geelong. Kernahan. Great kick by Williams. Terrific team play from the back line by the ball.
And you talk about Carlton players starting to get on top. Williams in the last few minutes on Pickering. Pickering's had a heap of the ball, but hasn't Williams been perfect?
He has been. He's coming right back into it. Starting to take some degree of control of the game in the centre and good round. You'd have some expectation of that from Greg Williams, a wonderful player who's been for so many years, returning after a long absence out of the game from a broken arm. And the longer this game goes, the more he's warming to the task, feeding Stephen Kernahan there for his second goal.
Battle in the middle. Williams now up to 14 possessions and Liam Pickering has 21. Well, Williams kicked a goal, gave one off to Kernahan. Biggest lead for the day for the Blues, 13 points in front. Bit of basketball there. Trouble is you can't do that in basketball. That's nearly a jump ball. The umpire will have to come in and throw it into the turf. No restrictions this time, so you'll have about 24 players around the baller. Madden and Mensch. Madden underfoot. The Blues have it though. Hurried kick out of there was good. Hannah leads the race. Backs himself against Brewer. Holding the man, free kick to Hannah. He hand passed to himself, ruled the umpire, and then was tackled. Kick by Hannah. Drops short of Manton. Disappointing kick. Mansfield takes the mark. Victorian representative. Touches down to beat Brown. Over centre wing. Brownless is there. Taken away from him by McKay.
Oh, straight up in the air go. He might mark his own ball here. Brownless goes with him. Oh, he was held by the arm, Brownless. Umpire calls play on as Riccardi went without it. Here's Dean. Tudor, well played Tudor. Oh, handballed straight to McKay and then did a beautiful smother and eventually McKay taps it over the line. Oh, this game's got everything.
It has Peter. Barnes just limping off ever so slightly limp, but it was a limp off there a moment ago. Could be a concern to Geelong.
Up by 13 points as Madden gives it to Williams. Mensch marks. David Mensch, they could do with a goal here before three-quarter time, the Cats. Mensch has got two players to kick to. There should be some shepherding. Brown is there. He's got Hickmott for support. Brown, I should have handballed. That's holding the ball. Bad play by Paul Brown. He looked up and tried to beat the man instead of giving off the handball.
And Stephen Kernahan being spoken to here by the umpire. There's a bit of rough stuff going on there when Kernahan was trying to rip the ball off Brown. Kick by Kernahan. Koutafidis. Well, he was absolutely sensational. Best on ground against Melbourne. A lot quieter here today. Huge pack here. Up they go. Nothing doing. Hannah ground level. Whitehead. Crunch down. Free kick to Whitehead. Pushed in the back. Against Brewer.
No doubt about that one.
Short pass for Bradley. And Bradley is giving Hocking a run around since a pretty even first quarter. Craig Bradley, fantastic. He's had 18 and 8. That was his 8th mark. And we've still got half an hour of football to play. The Blues have dominated this quarter. They've kicked 3-4 to 5 behinds. With the backdrop of the Heatley stand. The Carlton stronghold. This is only the Blues' 4th home game in 12 this season. They'll love this if Bradley can steer it through. But a disappointing result. A behind. quarter time. I think muffled applause, probably everyone's wearing mittens. It's 14 points the difference, with Carlton 12-14 to Geelong 10-12.
14-point lead to the Blues. Geelong have finished hard in nearly every game this year. Let's see if they can do it again. But Carlton get first blood through Williams down towards the half-forward line. Mansfield dives on it. Pearce is there with him. Taken away by Ben Graham. A booming kick to half-forward. Oh, the marker's dropped by Mitch. Taken away by Couch. Out towards the half-forward line. Here's Peter Dean. Very sure player, Dean. Quick kick to the half-forward line. No mark. Brewer was the player who dropped it for the Cats. He's had a pretty quiet day, Shane Brewer, really.
Yes, he has. And also Gary Hocking has had a day that he perhaps prefer to forget at the moment. Craig Bradley has done so very well, and Hocking very unaccustomedly they're dropping what should have been an easy mark to be taken.
Madden wins in the ruck, but Kutafidi's hand pass partly blocked by Handley. Now it's Scholl for the Cats, up to half-forward, juggled marked by Riccardi. Cats looking to break a long drought.
He should kick it when Ablett's one out.
He's kicked it very, very high. Ablett not without a chance. Goes out towards the boundary line. Tudor! Gee, that was close. Good effort. Another behind in these string of behinds. At one stage the Cats were 10-6 and now they're 10-13.
Silvani brings it to Whitehead. Whitehead to the half-back area. Brownless is there against Greg Williams. Williams went without it. Brownless tried to get in a hand pass. Williams again. Paul Brown gets it to Aaron Lord, and Lord bombs it in towards half-forward where Bradley is. Bradley and Silvani. Well played, Steve Silvani, as he breaks away and finds Christou with a raking hand pass. Christou with a booming kick over centre wing towards half-forward. McGrath is there. Brown is there also with Scholl. Scholl goes inside. Simpson. Pickering. Lord, that's better play. And Derek Hall marks centre of the ground. Williams comes across the mark. He chips it to Brownless. Brownless from 60 metres. Bombs it in long. Can Ablett take a mark? Oh, it could be a free kick. No, mark. Hockey. Or is it a free kick to Ablett, I reckon? No, he's paying the mark to Hockey. So Gary Hocking, a vital kick coming up. It'll be a real game if he can put this through. Gary Hocking, goals. That's his first. And all of a sudden, the margin is now only 7 points.
A very important goal that Geelong had leading up to this goal, and between this and their previous goal, it kicked 9 consecutive behinds. They had been peppering the goals but unable to take advantage of it. The wrestle occurring there behind play. Silvani and Ablett. Hocking judging the ball well, floating in. Could now be just the spark that he needs to be able to fire his game up.
Margin back to 7 points. Hickmott goes out of the air. Brownless stretches and marks.
Playing in front, Drew, the advantage will always be there for you.
Silvani looking eyeball to eyeball with Ablett. Big kick by Billy in the direction of Ablett. Through for a behind.
Geelong have played some great last quarters this year. They're a pretty fit side, a very determined side. It'll be interesting to see if they do it again. The Blues, the break of 6 points. Silvani brings it out and finds Camporelli. In front of the social club. Back it goes to Silvani from whence it started. He's going short. Finds Ratton. Ratton forced onto the left, but here's a man on his own, Peter Dean. No one near him for 50 metres. Here he goes. We'll probably look for the short one. He does to Kernahan, and that was terrific play by Carlton. But how can a man get 50 metres on his own, Terry?
Well, but I would say, what's the centre half back doing running down there while the play's up in your defensive zone? Very bold move, Peter Dean. It's come off. Carlton have got the opportunity.
So Steve Silvani hasn't had his kicking boots on today. He's kicked 2. Missed a few. He is directly in front. Let's see what the captain can do. The drop putt looks good. It's a goal. Blues lead by 12 points.
And he's kicked 3 in the second half of Carlton's 4 goals. And if the Blues ever needed their skipper to be standing up strong and tall in the goal square, it's now. And he was going to be able to answer it. Peter Dean sifted off, was fortunate to get away with it, but rewarded.
Madden wins in the middle, but there's nowhere to go for Fraser Brown, and the umpire will have to ball it up again. So Kernahan's kicked 3 goals, all after half-time. Ablett's kicked 3 goals, all in the second quarter. So he's had a quiet second half, Gary Ablett. Hall. McKay takes the mark. Why did he give it there to Sexton, who was under the pump? Koutafidis. Whitehead. Here's Dean. A fumble with the gloves this time. Hickmott. Whistle's gone. It's going to be a Geelong free kick to be taken by Tudor. Lee Tudor looking up the ground. Ablett the target. Punched by Silvani. Here's Bradley again. Misses with the hand pass that time. Missed a chance for a stack. And the ball out of play. Oh, BOG for mine. I'm not giving the votes. I'm not trying to influence the judge.
I think it's significant this week, Drew, that Bradley and Hocking's given Bradley that little bit more freedom than what he'd normally get, and he's been able to get off and get a lot of kicks on his own through sheer hard work on Craig Bradley's behalf.
So a free kick to Justin Madden in that ruck contest. Madden towards centre wing. Hannah is there. Brewer goes for the punch. Good play by Pickering. Socket off the ground by the Blues. It's still in play. Dean Rice, great pick-up by Rice. Chips it in the half forward, and a good mark to the captain, Steve Kernahan. Off he goes, he's got a loose man, Sexton. Oh, he can run into an open goal. Sexton gives a hand pass, goal to Pearce. The Blues by 3 goals. Terrific play by Carlton. Unselfish play by Sexton.
Oh, sensational. I mean, what a half-back line. They're so aggressive in their run. First we saw Peter Dean coming down and setting up the Kernahan shot at goal, and now it's Michael Sexton, and Sexton has even kicked a goal in the early part of the game through doing that. A most offensive half-back line that worked from an initial defensive stance and prepared to have a go. Great work.
Back in the middle, a 3-goal lead now to the Blues, and they're looking the goods. Brown for Geelong. Cats will need to storm home. Hocking this time takes the mark on Bradley, just outside 50. Ablett slipping away from Silvani. The kick more in the direction of Brownless. Saxon's gone backwards. Brownless has lost it. Peter Dean grabs it. Great play by the Blues. Down goes Bradley. The crowd want a free kick. It goes to Pickering. He kicks out wide and finds Paul Couch. The Cats need to fly home. There's 14 minutes left. Kick by Couch. In the hole. Knocked out of defence. He's handling. First game of the season. Off the left boot. Hall! Oh, fancy Hall. He did that earlier in the game. Absolute carbon copy.
Interesting to find out why, in actual fact, he spent time on the bench with the Gary Ayres dragging for some reason, or whether there was a medical reason, but he started the game so well. 2 goals in the first quarter, now having a shot at his third.
Eric Hall shouldn't miss this, and doesn't. Well, don't write off the Cats yet. Only 2 kicks the difference.
No, you can never write them off. I mean, still a very potent forward line. Ablett always threatening, but being well held at this stage by Silvani. But there will always be other players who will step up. Gary Ayres has moved Peter Riccardi to the half-forward flank, trying to give himself a more potent half-forward line to kick goals.
So Carlton by 12 points, as we see Manton versus Hanley. Oh, they both went without it. The centre break very important here. Hickmott runs into a brick wall in the shape of McKay. Here's Gary Hocking on the left boot. Ablett and Silvani, a loose ball. Christou thumps it back and thumps it through for a behind. So the margin 11 points in favour of the Blues. Enormous pressure once that ball gets down quickly to the forward line.
Yeah, but it's a very good defensive unit of Carlton, haven't they? So many players there. You look at Christou, Sexton here on screen now. Dean, have all played a lot of football together and know exactly what each other's doing.
Madden for the mark, but can't. Hannah at the back. Closed down by Simpson. Hannah keeps the ball in, but Riccardi's got it for the Cats. Floats the hand pass up the ground. Another chance for Geelong. Simpson, some sort of a hand pass. Pickering, fumble by Handley. Hasn't quite gained the tempo yet. That's all right to Hall. 70 metres from goal. Kick by Hall out wide. Brewer in the forward pocket, but too wide and the ball out of play. That was no place to go way out there.
No, it wasn't, particularly when Billy Brownless was set at the true centre-half forward position. The cross kick into the corridor would have been far more effective.
Hocking was doing the ruck work there. Ratton plays for a free kick. Here's Brewer. He's had a quiet game. Derek Hall again. Kicks and kicks are behind. So they're sneaking up there. Geelong, they're now only 10 points down.
Manton's just come off the ground and Spalding on, who was benched earlier on, just 2 possessions. He's been sitting down for about 2.5 quarters. Silvani short passing. Gee, that's
He was
dangerous.
surrounded by Geelong players, Dean.
Oh, those gloves stick that, don't they? Magnificent. Dean across the half-back line to Whitehead. 98 to 88. The Blues in front. Christou. Standing start kick. Ratton about to be crunched. Mansfield. Not quite. Backhanded by Lord. A throw, says the umpire. Carlton free kick. To be taken by Scott Camporelli.
I thought it was a backhand. I didn't think it was a throw.
Kick by Camporelli. Kernahan. Williams. Great desperation by the Diesel. Hocking. He's got it. Oh, it's going to be a Geelong free kick. Now it's out to Handley.
So Handley races onto his left, touches it on the ground. He's got Madden to beat. Onto the left foot goes Handley. A long kick. Well, good kick in the end because it's way down towards the half-forward area. Oh, it's still in play. Tudor to Hall. Derek Hall runs inside 50. It's a wobbly kick. And yet another behind it, Geelong. So they're whittling it down. It's only 9 points now, the difference.
Tried to ram it home, that one, that Derek Hall. All he needed to do was ensure that the ball spun correctly in order to go at least straight and then give his teammate a chance to mark.
Since they led by 17 points, the Cats, they've kicked 2 goals, 11. They might have kicked themselves out of this one. Kutafini's marks at centre wing. Goes on with it quickly. Bradley's covered more ground than Steve Monaghetti. Passes beautifully for Williams. I think Bradley's 3 votes are solid goal.
It is a sensational game, and the use of the ball here, that is perfect football. Greg Williams well aware of the Geelong player coming in there, prepared to protect himself, but wasn't needed at the end.
Up to 16 possessions, but going for his 3rd goal makes an important difference. Oh, great kick. That's looking like a pretty decent lead.
To think that there was conversation during the week about whether Greg Williams should return via the reserves. He's shown here this afternoon he only needed a little bit of time to warm to the occasion, working between the centre and the half-forward line. 3 goals and a very productive afternoon's work.
$15 points. The Blues lead by 10.5 minutes for Geelong. See if they can. I think they're definitely missing Barnes at those centre bounces. Let's see how Handley goes this time. They both miss it again. Handley tries to crash his way through, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
But Barnes is an important player to Geelong. His aerial work in marking ruck work is very good, but then he can mix it at ground level if needed.
Well, there's Handley. Real battler. Handley, Tudor, Whitehead kicks it away. Christou. They've got a very good back line, Carlton. Christou back to Whitehead. Gee, they did that well. Towards centre wing, but a free kick will come back. Or was it out of bounds, I feel? And the umpire calling for the ball. It'll be a throw in way back at half forward for Geelong.
Big Harry Madden Gets it underfoot to Brown. Well intercepted by Riccardi. All out attack still. Big pack. Brownless and Ablett both there. Still a chance for the Cats. Hickmott, 45 metres out. Brownless should chew this one up. Oh, it bends back for a great goal. And the Cats will not die.
Keep peppering away, and Billy Brownless picking up his second goal. Good defensive work, Silvani and Dean, but what they weren't able to do was to clear the area, and it kept it alive. Hickmott, quick hands, Brownless on the turn and drags it home. He can still be dangerous in this situation, Billy Brownless.
Back to the centre, Hanley tries to tap it down. Here they come again. Oh, holding the man was it to Geelong, but it's a loose ball. Advantage paid. Lee Tudor on the left boot. Here's Brownless again. Oh, it could have been a free kick. No. Tries to tap it out. Oh, Brewer's having a shocker as Dean comes away with the ball out towards centre wing. Taken by Sexton. In towards Kernahan. Graham is there. Over the back is McGrath. Caught with the ball. Handball's into no man's land. Kernahan scoops it up. Here's Spalding. He went without it. Handley was grabbed. Here goes Williams, crashes his way through the pack. Oh, they're all charging in after it here. Dean Rice to Williams, and Greg Williams kicks and misses. Oh.
Welcome back, Greg Williams. He's been tremendous. He's been able to take hold of the opportunities and unfortunately didn't get his fourth goal on that occasion.
Pickering 25 possessions, but Williams tremendous with his 3 goals. Here's Riccardi. It's only 10 points the difference with plenty of time left. We've got 8.5 minutes. McKay to Hannah. Whitehead. It's been a fierce pace from start to finish. Williams again takes the mark. Too far out to score. Even for Billy Brownless, let alone Greg Williams. It comes to ground. Fans want a free kick for Kernahan. It's not there. Brown shrugs a tackle. Kick by Brown is all right to McGrath. They've opened it up on the broadcast side, but McGrath decides to hold things up. At halfback, 105 Carlton, 95 Geelong. Kick by McGrath. Brewer with Christou. Brewer shepherds him off the ball, and it's out of bounds.
So it's on right on the true centre wing position. Just under 8 minutes left. Plenty of time. Carlton have had the better of the second half. Hanley did that pretty well. Couch, he went without it. The quick kick is by Pickering. Down in the danger area. Bradley is there to lend a hand. Oh, they came in hard at it. McKay over the top. Whitehead just gets in a hand pass. Sexton, Silvani. Oh, they're backing up well, the Blues. The kick, Brownless and Dean. Over the back, Riccardi. Great play, Peter Riccardi to Hocking. Up in the air. Ablett is there. Ablett kicks. Oh, touch right off the line by Bradley, who's the hero of the day. Gee, a goal then would have made it interesting.
Sensational. Gary Ablett, sensational roving, quick reflexes. But then this piece, it's off screen. Craig Bradley's dive on the line.
Oh, look at the shot of Ablett.
Yeah.
What a great camera shot. Emotion. 9 points the difference. The Blues in front.
That was like Mick Martin in the finals last year after Ablett did it to him. Now look at this.
8 points.
For a behind, and in a close game, that could be anything, couldn't it? Dean kicking it backwards, and Silvani spilling it through for a behind. The crowd at fever pitch. We've got 7 minutes remaining here, 105 to 97. Spalding loses it. Melbourne not in possession, and Earl Spalding gets the free kick. Well, you can rule that differently on different days, I reckon. Kudafiti's good mark. Into Greg Williams. Oh, magnificent hands, and here's Craig Bradley. Kick a goal, Braddles. Back to Kudafiti's. Now to Hannah, 45 metres out. It's very high. Bradley still might kick a goal out of this. And the ball's out of play. What a game.
Tremendous game of football we're witnessing here. There's Bluey McGrath. He's been a good player again. He rarely plays a bad game. Carlton by 8 points. Spalding appealing for a free kick, dives on it, held in, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Yeah, McGrath very sound. Earl Spalding there, his initial opponent in the game, and then Glenn Manson. Manson playing his first game for Carlton, but McGrath has seen both of them well beaten.
Umpire not attempting to bounce. Taken away by Pickering. He's been a good player. Out towards the direction of Bradley. Bradley and Hickmott, and the ball beats them over the line. Gee, a goal either way here will make the difference to this game. Bradley, 20 kicks, 10 handballs. He's done a lot of defensive work as well.
Oh, somebody's punching away and just touching the ball on the goal line when Ablett looked to have scored a goal. Stuff that doesn't even go down as a possession. Just brilliant football by Craig Bradley. And despite the fact that he's, 3 times best and fairest, All-Australian, all his accolades, I don't think I've ever seen him play a better game. Here's Brown. Out in front, Pearce. Brad Pearce kicked 2 goals in the first quarter, was carried off on a stretcher in the second, and came back and kicked a goal earlier in this quarter. He's kicked 3 for the game, now for number 4.
Very good pass, and Pearce is a good option at half forward, marking or at ground level, excellent.
Gets the distance brilliantly, but slightly hooked the kick. So the Cats still within 2 straight kicks.
McGrath takes the kicking. Still time for the Cats. They've got 5 minutes. They've got to score 2 goals. Can Carlton hang on? Towards half-back and a great mark by Spalding. Earl Spalding has got Rice on his own. He's taking his time. Experienced player. So Earl Spalding kicks it deep into the forward zone. Kernahan can't grab it on the second bite. He's caught. Graham dives on it. It'll be a bounce.
Kernahan, 10 marks, has been a good focal point, a slow starter, but certainly has come to the fore in the last 3 quarters of the match.
Madden wins. Kudafiti's on the boundary line. Can't kick a goal from there. Out of bounds on the full. Simpson with the free kick. Ratton in front. Handley a punch. Working well in tight. Kick by Pickering, centre of the ground. Mansfield taking it defensively. Ran a long way going the wrong way. Through Hall it goes to Riccardi. The Cats still a chance here. A dive and a missed mark there. Hickmott had to throw the ball. Free kick to the Blues. Under 4 minutes left.
Andrew McKay, Gary Hockey, Fraser Brown. Well, both of them like a bit of a scrap. So Andrew McKay to half forward, punched away by Handley. Here's Justin Madden. On the Ratton. Ratton will look down here for Pearce and Kernahan. Pearce couldn't mark. The Cats still a last gasp. Graham to McGrath. McGrath to the open spaces. It's all Carlton though. Pearce races after it. He's got it. Now he's still got it. Well played, Brad Pearce. 50 metres from goal. It'll be a Geelong mark. And they're still alive as Scholl takes the mark.
9 points the difference. Carlton in front. Handley. 3 minutes left in the game. Kicked by Handley. Centre wing. Dropped by Sexton. Riccardi paddles backwards to Simpson. Around the corner he goes. Oh, what a mark by Whitehead.
50 metres. Bad play by Tudor.
Crucial stage of the game. You've got to be very disciplined. You know, this most definitely could be the end of the game. There is a clear mark. Lee Tudor just wanting to go on with it when he shouldn't have.
It's just stupid play at this time.
Whitehead, 65 metres out. The kick too long for Kernahan. And the mark to Brown. Play on now, says the umpire. Brown, not a very long kick. Now they've got a chance to catch. McGrath, Couch, dodges once. McGrath had his back to it. Now he's got it.
Here come the Cats. McGrath. Mansfield's down the forward line. Here's Hall. Where's Ablett? Ablett's got to wait underneath it. A chance for Hocking and Brownless. Hocking's got it. Can he bend it back? Ablett, oh, good play, Ablett. Punts it back to Hickmott. Hickmott dives on it. So does Silvani. Here's Ablett. He's still going. Billy Brownless. Oh, look at the pressure. Unbelievable. Bratton gets it to Bradley. Hickmott is out. Riccardi and Williams. Williams caught. Breaks the tackle. And Greg Williams finds Matt, centre of the ground. Off he goes to Sexton. Sexton into Pearce, and Pearce marks 40 metres from goal. And if he kicks this, it's the end of the game.
See, they've withstood the pressure, Carlton, haven't they? Everything that Geelong went prepared to throw to them, the Blues have had the answer, and a very good performance here.
Brad Pearce has kicked free. He's a beautiful kick. A left footer. He kicks. And I'd say that's goodbye to the Cats. Great play by the Blues. Tremendous defence.
And Brad Pearce, very good on the lead there. Carlton was able to take on everything. Pearce here just from inside the 50, 40 metres out. A very good kick, and that's certainly the mark of a developing young player.
And the Blues go forward out of the middle again, but it's stopped by Couch. He fires the hand pass into Simpson. Still run left in the Cats, but no time left in the game. A minute left. Brown's pass to centre half forward. Through goes Pickering, but without the ball. Sexton, Hocking taps down to Couch. Ablett's there. Punch away by Silvani. It's still there for Gazza. He's got one, but too late. Ablett, 4 goals. Margin back to 9 points, 45 seconds on the clock.
And the time has really tested Geelong here, that there needs to be 2 scores from Geelong here. Ablett, again, always dangerous, but Silvani have done a very good job right throughout. Geelong need this centre bounce. It needs to be a totally offensive breakthrough here. Couch, Pickering and Hickmott in there need to go hard.
9 points. They need a goal straight away, or they're going forward. A mark! Oh boy, it may not be over. Michael Mansfield, if he kicks his, there will be time to come back to the centre.
But the clock is ticking while he's doing this.
The clock's still going.
We have the advantage.
Oh, gee, he's got to kick it quickly, then it'll stop. Michael Mansfield kicks, and he goes. There's one kick in it. Seconds, and they have to get out of the centre and score a goal.
And we just saw Gary Ayres and Jeff Geeshan, Tugboat Geeshan in the coach's box. They don't know there's 13 seconds to go. This is a heck of a bout here. They need this one. Hadley has to jump as high as he's ever jumped in before. Hickmott, Couch, Pickering again need to go.
You can't hear yourself speak. 13 seconds remaining. The Cats maybe can still win it. Rat hasn't. And that's important that they blocked it up there.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
clock is ticking down. It's all over. The Blues have won this. Listen to the crowd. Pandemonium breaks out as the Blues win by 3 points.
Magnificent game, Drew. Terry, there's John Barnes. He's very, very upset and cold. He was a magnificent player for Geelong. They missed him when he went off.
Sides really need their key players on the ground. Barnes was a key player there, but we see Bradley and Williams really stood tall for Carlton.
Now, Dipper has Craig Bradley.
Thanks very much, Drew. We better hurry up. Craig, congratulations, and a terrific play by the boys.
Great game today. It's just 2 top teams, and man on man all the game, and to get away with 3 points, a bit lucky in the end, but I think we deserved it.
And your own form today, A1.
Well, I've been battling the last few weeks, having a go, but today was good.
Okay, you better go. Off you go.
Well, Craig Bradley was absolutely scintillating here today. His stats were 21 kicks, 10 handballs, 8 marks. and some of the defensive things he did were superb. The Cats will blame some inaccurate kicking in the middle stages of the game. I remember at one stage they kicked 2 goals 11. Maybe they should have won the game. Gary Ablett himself finished with 4 goals 5, and the Cats lost by 3 points. The Blues celebrate here. Carlton 16-16, Geelong 15-19.